You ever notice how the rules always change when you're not looking? September just proved it. 1 month, 10 rulings, and the ground under every gun owner shifted overnight. They don't want you to see it. They want you scrolling past the headlines, thinking nothing happened. But what just dropped isn't paperwork, it's a trap, laid out in plain sight, dressed up as law. And if you don't know these new rules, the next knock on your door or flashing light in your mirror could flip your life upside down before you even realize what hit you. So folks, pay attention, stick with us, because no one saw rule number 1 coming. These 10 rules just rewrote everything you thought you knew about your rights. Rule number 10, the Home Fortress Principle. Here's where it starts, at your front door. For years, police could play word games to get inside your home. We're just checking it. Mind if we take a look? You crack the door an inch and boom, they step inside. And suddenly, your own living room becomes a crime scene. That loophole? It's gone. Courts just slammed it shut. Unless they've got a warrant in hand, your door is no longer their ticket inside. No implied consent. No, we felt it was urgent. If they want in, they bring proof signed by a judge. Period. This isn't just about walls and locks, it's about survival. Because once your space is breached, every firearm, every box of ammo, every tool on your bench becomes potential evidence. Now the power flips. You can talk through the door, you can step outside, but your home stays yours. And that single choice could be the difference between control and chaos. Rule number 9. The Digital Privacy Firewall. They told you the registry was just paperwork, just names on a list, harmless. What they didn't say is that the list was being welded to your phone, tracking where you went, who you passed, what buildings you stepped inside. Walk near a school, a courthouse, a government office, and suddenly you're flagged like a criminal. That's not safety, that's surveillance. And this September, the courts finally admitted it. A registry that doubles as a tracking device isn't regulation, it's oppression. Judges called it exactly what it is, turning a right into permanent monitoring. The firewall is up now. States running registries have to prove they're not spying on gun owners, or the whole system collapses. Which means every time you hear the word registry, you should hear something else behind it. Surveillance. And now, you've got the line in the sand that shuts it down. Rule number 8. The Interstate Shield. Picture this. You're driving across state lines, trunk loaded with hunting gear or just a pistol locked in a case. Blue lights flash. An officer leans in asking if you're carrying. Before, that single question could turn your trip into a felony. Not because you broke federal law, but because one state's patchwork rule said you did. The trap? It just got crushed. Courts laid down the Interstate Shield this September. If your firearm is unloaded, locked, and separate from ammo, you're covered under federal law. No state can twist that into probable cause. Not New Jersey, not New York, not anywhere in between. The right to travel doesn't stop at a border, and your rights don't vanish because a sign says, "Welcome." For the first time in years, the highway is yours again, and no local prosecutor can rewrite the map. Rule number 7. The Narration Survival Rule. This one's about the moment that gets people killed. Not the crime, not the trial, but the second an officer mistakes your move for a threat. Reach for a wallet too fast, lean the wrong way, and suddenly your name's in a headline. That margin of error, it just got tighter. Courts are now forcing departments to review every second of an encounter. What you said, how you moved, whether you gave a warning. And that flips the power back into your hands. The play is simple. Narrate every move like your life depends on it. Because it does. Officer, I'm reaching with my right hand for my wallet. Then wait, move slow, announce again. The body cam catches it, The court sees it, and the record shows you weren't a threat. You were careful. Silence gets twisted. Clear words save you, because in the heat of a stop, mystery kills. Clarity keeps you alive. Rule number 6. The carry standard reset. For years, states played games with your right to carry. Endless delays, ridiculous fees, hoops you couldn't clear unless you had time, money, and connections. They call it process. You knew it was punishment. September shattered that. The court ruled the Second Amendment doesn't come with fine print. No geographic limits, no subjective good cause, no permits that drag on for months. 30 days, that's the line. Any state that stalls beyond that is breaking the Constitution. And the cash grab? Gone. Fees capped at $50. Anything higher is now a roadblock, not a requirement. 12 states just saw their entire systems collapse overnight. That means people waiting for months are now automatically approved. The message is simple. If a right can be delayed or priced out of reach, it isn't a right at all. And the courts finally said it out loud. The reset button just got slammed, and carry permits will never look the same. Rule number 5. The Ammunition Protection Clause. What good is a firearm without ammunition? For years, politicians acted like they could dodge the Second Amendment by choking off the ammo instead of the gun. Background checks on every box, serialized rounds, limits so strict you had to plan your range trip like a military op. September blew that scheme apart. Judges said it plain. A firearm without ammo is just an expensive club. The right to bear arms means the right to make those arms work. That ruling didn't just slap California's ammo checks off the table. It pulled the rug from under every state trying to ration cartridges like food stamps. New York's online bans, Illinois' tracking plans, all toast. Ammo isn't a loophole, it's protected, which means the next time a clerk says you can't buy a box without extra paperwork, the answer's simple. The Constitution doesn't stop at the trigger. It covers the round that makes it fire. Rule number 4. The Silent Defense Protocol. Most gun owners lose the fight with their own mouth. They think talking will prove innocence, but every word becomes ammo for someone else. That game is over. September locked in a shield so strong it flips the power the moment you use it. All it says is one line. Officer, I am exercising my right to remain silent and my right to an attorney. I do not consent to searches. Say it once, then shut up. Because after that, every question they push, every answer they try to pull becomes evidence of a violation, not a confession. For decades, cops leaned on the "just talk to me" trick. Courts slammed that door. Your silence is no longer suspicion, it's protection. And here's the twist. Once you drop that line, you can't walk it back. No, just one more answer. No, let me explain. The protocol only works if you lock your mouth and let the Constitution speak for you. Rule number 3. The Freedom to Build Rule. They tried to call it a loophole. They slapped labels on it. Ghost gun, untraceable, dangerous. But the truth is older than the country itself. Americans have always built their own firearms. From the colonial workshops to kitchen tables, it was tradition, not crime. September put that history back in writing. Courts ruled the right to manufacture a gun for personal use is protected, and the government can't force you to brand your private work with a serial number like a scarlet letter. Even 3D printing, and 80% lowers just got pulled under the shield. The ATF's rulebook? Shredded. The message? If you can build it, you can own it, without knocking on the state's door for permission. And here's the shocker. Judges even admitted forcing serial numbers could violate your Fifth Amendment rights if that gun is ever used in self-defense. For once, the hammer dropped on the regulators, not the people. Rule number 2. The Permit Without Borders Doctrine. For decades, crossing a state line turned law-abiding carriers into criminals overnight. Your permit meant nothing the second you hit New Jersey or California soil. They treated your rights like a local coupon. Valid here, worthless there. September shattered that war. Courts ruled carry permits fall under the same full faith and credit clause that makes every driver's license valid across the map. If a marriage in Utah counts in New York, your permit does too. No more patchwork traps. No more notify and register when you visit. If you're licensed everywhere. Anti-gun states are in meltdown because reciprocity wasn't handed down by Congress. It was forced in court, which means your Utah card works in Manhattan, your Florida card works in LA, and the excuses just died on the spot. For the first time in decades, the borders don't shrink your rights, they extend them. Rule number 1, the liability hammer. No one saw this one coming. Not police officers, not city lawyers, not even the judges who used to rubber stamp immunity. For decades, qualified immunity made the badge untouchable. Officers could trample your rights, seize your firearms, arrest you for carrying legally, and the bill never landed on them. That era just ended. This September, the court yanked that shield away from Second Amendment violations. From now on, if an officer crosses the line, he pays. Not the department, not the taxpayers. Him. Personal lawsuits, career-ending judgments, millions on the line. One officer in Minneapolis already learned the hard way. A single bad arrest now carries a personal price tag that could ruin a life. That's why chiefs are panicking. Insurers are fleeing, and departments are warning, don't touch a gun owner unless you're absolutely sure. Because the badge isn't protection anymore, it's liability. And the shockwave from this ruling just rewrote the rules of policing forever. So guys, no one was expecting this. 10 rulings in 1 month that flipped the script on everything we thought we knew about carrying, buying, building, and even defending our rights. For years, politicians, agencies, and even police departments counted on the courts to look the other way. Not this time. September was the month the system blinked and the people won. But don't mistake this for the end of the fight. It's just the first crack in the wall. Because the same folks who lost these battles are already plotting the next round. So stay sharp, stay loud, and remember, rights don't defend themselves, you do. Now I want to hear from you. Which one of these new rules hits hardest for you? Drop your thoughts and questions in the comments, because this fight isn't just mine, it's all of ours.